Hello and welcome to this very short class on the forms of English verbs. Forms. What do you understand by forms? You can see on the board 5 forms of a flower. Flower is the same, but it has different forms. See the first form, this bud. Second, after some time, what you see is half blossomed flower. Then third form you get a full blossom, in full blossom. Fourth form you get a one petal down. See that one petal, one part is down. And fifth form you get almost it is dismantled. See, the petals are falling down. But the flower is the same. So this is what is meant by form. Different forms, different shapes. What determines the shape of a flower? The shape of a flower or the form, or you can say shape of a flower is determined by time. Morning, early morning, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So according to the time, you can see the flower takes different forms, or the flower has to take. It is a must for the flower to change. Understand? Now, I took this example of flower just to familiarize you with what is meant by form. Understand? Otherwise, when I say the forms of English verbs, English verb is not like a flower, but it changes its shape, you can see. English verbs mainly is divided into 2 groups. I hope now you understand what is meant by form. Change of shape, that's all. Forms means different shapes. It takes one form in the morning, the flower, finally what happens. So, mainly English verbs, and what is a verb? You remember what is a verb I told you? Verbs are action words. 99.9% of verbs are action words. Or sometimes they express state of being that we will see later. Now you understand it like that. Verb is an action word. Jump is an action. Write, an action. Then walk, an action. Run, an action. Lift something, action. Suppose this is a heavy weight and I am lifting it with this. So weight lifting, that's an action. So any word that describes an action is a verb. English verbs mainly, I told you, divided into 2 groups. They are called main verbs and then helping verbs. Helping verbs. So, main verbs and helping verbs. Of course, they behave differently. Now, today we will take only the main verbs. Helping verbs we will see later. Because helping verbs, they are limited in number. Very limited. So that we shall see later. Today let's see like this, what are main verbs. And main verbs, see, take an example. Every main verb has forms like this. You have got, let us say, you take the word laugh. L-A-U-G-H, laugh. Okay. or better simple word. Let's take a simple word, more simple word, that is smile. You smile. Smile. That's an action, isn't it? Yes. So what you do is, it appears like this, to smile. Or we can also write, or just smile. Smile. And this is the base. The reason of the bud is the base. Flower, the bud is the base. Like that, this is the base form. Base form. Or this is also known as infinitive. Infinitive. Infinitive of a verb. That is the base form. You start with that. And infinitive can be written with to or without to. If you write infinitive without to, you can call it bare infinitive. Bare. B-A-R-E. Bare. Bare infinitive. Bare means, the simple meaning of bare is naked. Without anything. See, without this two. Understand? Smile or smile. This like smile. Can be to or without to. Is that clear to you? That is the first form of the verb. First form. Then the second form of the verb is, the form of the verb that we use in the present tense, simple present tense. So we will write like this. The second form is the present form. Present form. That means form used when you learn tenses, form used in the present tense. And there we have two forms. One is smile, same, smile, and the other is smiles. The form with S and the form without S. There are two forms in the present tense. Smile, smiles. Where to use them, that we will see later, yes, as usual. Now the third form is smiling. Smiling. That is called the ing form. Because the form of the verb ends in ing. And this is present participle. Present participle. Are you writing this? Present participle. That is the third form. So starting with, first is the infinitive. You can write it with to or without to. If you are writing it or using it without to, it is called the bare infinitive. Understand? And then you have got the second form of the verb, that is smile and smiles. That is the simple present form. Present tense you are using that. And immediately after that you have another present form ending in ing. It's called ing form or present participle. Another fourth one is, as you can see, smiled. The ed form. You are adding d here only because there is already an ed form, or you call it past form, past tense form, past form, or the form used in the past tense, smile, ed. That is the standard form. There may be variations that we will see. So, first is infinitive, with to or without to. Without to you call bare infinitive. Second form is, remember form, flower. The second form is forms used in the simple present tense, with S or without S. Both are used. And the third form is the ing form of the verbs that we call present participle. Ing, present participle. And the fourth one is used in past tense. In the past tense, that is the ed form. There may be variations, later we will see. And the fifth form is same. Written same way. SMILED. This form is called the past participle. Past participle. So these are the 5 different forms of main verbs in English. Main verbs. Main verbs. Helping verbs. Let us not think about that now. That we will see, as I often said, later. Now here comes once again. Every English main verb has 5 forms. And what are those forms? First is the but. Remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that? I told you. You remember the flower? Flower 1, half blossom, full blossom, one down, one petal down, and the whole thing. That doesn't mean that the spelling of these words one by one will disappear. Not that. That idea of form, how a thing changes the form. See, that is to show you that, to familiarize you with that idea of form, I took the flower. Now what you find is, you have the form in your mind. So, the first form or the base form is the infinitive of the verb. Why is it called infinitive? Again, we shall see. Because it is not limited by any condition. And what are the conditions also, we will wait and see. Second is the present tense form. Means when the same verb is used in the present tense, you will change its form. In most cases you find there is no change. The smile remains the same, but there is an S here, smiles. So 2 forms. The third is present participle or ing form. Fourth is the past tense form. Past tense form, past form, ed form. And the fifth is same as the ed form, but called past participle. Have you written these names? These are terms in grammar, like infinitive, then present tense, present form, present participle, past form, past participle. These are terms that we use in grammar. I think that is now clear to you. So now let us take some examples. Examples you yourself can give me. We will write like this, infinitive. Then we will take only 5 examples today. And some 20-30 examples you can do as a project and bring it to me as early as possible. Okay, let's see. So what are the forms? Is it first form is infinitive. 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 See? The infinitive. Then the second is present. The present form. Third is present participle. Present participle form. Participle. Present tense, so that it becomes clear. Present tense. Then present participle. Then past tense. Past tense. and then past participle. Past participle. So these are the 5 different forms. These are the 5 different forms of a main verb. Now we have seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 forms. Let's take the simple word like. Yes. So to like. Okay. Or like. Here like and likes. Both this. Here liking. When you add ing to a verb, if there is e at the end of the verb, that will disappear. Because otherwise you cannot write now liking, something like that. That's all. Past tense liked and past participle liked. Look at this. That's all. Now let us see an example for without e. Now this is e, isn't it? Let's see. Let's have an example for talk. To talk. To talk. What is the present forms? Talk and then talks. That is present forms. What is the present participle? Talking. Talking. And past tense talked. Talked. And past participle talked. Look at this. So here it is. To talk, talks, talking, talked, talked. Listen. Let's take another one. Play. To play. Next one. Play or place. Play or place. Next. Playing. ing form. Remember these names. And the next one. Played. And the last one. Same as the past form. Played. See that? To play. Play, place. To present forms. Playing. Participle. Present participle. Because there are 2 participles. One is present participle. The other is past participle. And then past tense played. See that is okay. Wish. Let us say wish. To wish. Wish. Wishes. Remember, like our plural making. Words ending in ish. They add es to the plural. Isn't it? Fish, fishes. That is. So like that. Wishes. Wish also can be noun, so that's wishes. And then wishing. Naturally, wishing, wished, and wished. Let's take one more example. Cry. Cry. To cry. To cry. Then cries. Cry. Cries. Yeah, I-S. Like our plural. Remember our plurals, noun plurals. And the noun ending in y, the plural is ies, not just s. Isn't it? Yes. Fly, flies. So cried, here, crying, crying, cried, here id, y becomes I, and cried. Cried. That is spelling. So these are different forms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 we have taken. Now what should you do is you take some 25, 30 nouns like this. Sorry, verbs like this. Like you have got simple words like move, love, see, work, and what else? Laugh, yes, laugh, and other day-to-day words that we are using. Cook, play, yes, play. And what are we almost doing every day? What do you do? Certain thing. cycle, to cycle, cycled, to cycle, cycle. Then you have ask, see, ask, asked, asking, pray, P-R-A-Y, pray, praying, prayed, pray, praise, see, like that you can take some 30-40 words, then make a list of that. Okay, now that's clear, I think. This is very simple. Where you have got 5 forms of the verb. Every main verb has got 5 forms. Only 5 forms. If you go through different forms of verbs in Latin or in Sanskrit, you will find there are more than 100 different forms. Understand that? And it changes according to certain conditions. Got that? So in that way, English has got the simplest verbal system. English has got the simplest verbal system that anybody can master. Any main verb has got 5 forms like this. Now, there is another point to see. See the word that you very often use, eat. To eat. To eat. What is the past tense, you know? Now, and what is the present tense saying? Eat. Eats. Same. But you know, when you come to past tense, there is some difference. To eat, eat is, past tense is eat. Past tense is, not past tense, that ing same, eating. Eating, E-A-T-I-N-G, eating. Past tense is ate. Ate. And past participle is eaten. Eaten. So instead of ed you have en. Look at that. Take another word. Which one you want? Take. To take. Take. Present forms are take and then takes. Clear? Present participle is taking. Taking. Past tense is took. And past participle is taken. Look at that. Then we have another word, another simple word, come. To come. Then present forms are come and comes. Participle coming. Past tense came. And past participle is come. Together. So you find some rhythm is missing. The other way is simple. Laugh, laugh, laughs, laughing, laughed, laughed. So smile, smiled, smiles, smiling, smiled, smiled. That's all. Work, work, works, to work, work, works, working, worked, worked. Simple. Look, to look, look, looks, looking, looked, looked. Listen. So, such verbs where there is a rhythm like this, where you can predict, you can say what will be the next form. If you know look, if you get look, then you know the past tense will be ed and past participle is ed. Understand? If you get the laugh, you know there is rhythm. You can predict. Such verbs which we saw in the first part, they are called regular verbs. They are called regular verbs. Regular. regular verbs. Then what will you call them? Opposite of regular is irregular verbs. So these are irregular. There is another pet name for these irregular verbs. They are called strong verbs. Strong. And regular ones are called weak verbs. They are weak. Maybe it is like this. A regular verb, if you take, you will see, look. Past tense is, you have to take the help from outside. Looked. Because it's weak. You want to get some help from outside. Laughed. Isn't it? Or cried. Smiled. You have to add something. But here what is happening? They adjust other forms within themselves, without the help. We can see now. You have got 8. This vowel changed to another vowel. This is E. This is A. You remember our pronunciation class? See? This is E, eating. But this is A. 8. And then comes again eaten. Eaten. The form changes. Such verbs are called irregular verbs. And irregular verbs, you have got a very easy way to learn. You know what is that? You should take each word and learn them separately. That is the easy way. So you cannot apply a general rule. Regular verbs, of course, you can apply a general rule. What is the general rule? The general rule is you add ed, past tense. Present tense and present participle same. There is no problem at all. Only there will be some changes in spelling. If the word ends in E, then if you are adding I, the E will be dropped. You have to drop the E and then you add ing. Like in plurals and other areas that we have already seen. Yes. Same, but in the case of irregular verbs, you have to take, they are unpredictable. For example, you see, there is another one that you know. To read. See. Read, very good. Reads, that's also very good. But when you come reading, also very good, no problem. No problem for you. But when you come here, you write it as read. R-E-A-D, but read it as read. So when is that? To read, reads, reading, read. See that? Read. R-E-A-D. Past participle is read. But then there is another word, red color, R-E-D. See? That is also pronounced in the same way. So here you have got a challenge, I must say. So this challenge is, you have to take each irregular verb and learn its forms separately. I remember as students what we used to do, we will be saying like this, memorizing. Take, took, taken, because these present forms and present participle, that's no problem. That's no change at all. That is regular, just like regular verbs. So what we used to say is like this: eat, ate, eaten, take, took, taken. See that? Read, read, read. Run, ran, run. Run, ran. Then run, coming back. Like this. And again there is another very interesting way of making these forms of irregular verbs. See, if you have a verb like cut. Cut. Okay, cuts. Same. Cutting. C-U-T-T-I-N-G. Cutting. Cutting. And it's doubling of T. The spelling only, no problem there. Past tense, cut. Cut. Past tense. So we used to learn like this. Cut, 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 put, put, put. Like that. Put is also same way. So when you do enter into this area of irregular verbs and their forms, you have got this slight challenge, I would say. It's not a difficult situation or anything like that, but it's a challenge. It's an opportunity for you to memorize. You have memorized tables, like this. 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, like that. You can memorize this also. So you take 5 irregular verbs a day and then try to learn them by heart and memorize. Like that, in 30 days, how many words you will be studying, isn't it? So it's not a difficult thing at all. So about English verbs, as I told you right from the beginning, English verbs are divided into 2 groups. One you call main verbs, the other you call helping verbs, or you have got another pet name for that, auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs. Of course, we will do that tomorrow. Today, don't get bothered about that today. What I have told you today, I will sum up for you so that you won't forget. So here you are, verbs in English, they have got the verbs, main verbs. We are talking about the main verbs. Main verbs in English, they have got 5 forms. Which are the forms? First form is the infinitive, second is the present tense form, third is the present participle form, the fourth is the past tense form, fifth is the past participle form. And these main verbs, you have 2 divisions. Again, depending on how you make the past tense and past participle. You call them regular verbs, regular and irregular. Irregular. Or you can also call irregular ones strong. Strong verbs, and regular ones weak. Weak verbs. Regular verbs are weak. Irregular verbs are strong. Maybe the reason I told you, regular verbs always depend on somebody else for past tense and past participle. See, simple example is look, then past tense is looked, and past participle is looked. Other forms are, look, looks, looking. That is no problem. To look. That is. And irregular verbs we have already seen: eat, ate, eaten. Other forms are to eat, eats, eating. See, that's all. So here the difference you find past tense and past participle. So there is no need of saying say to eat, eats, eating, ate, eaten. Because the other things are common, so don't worry about that. But when you think about these 3 forms, that is eat, ate, eaten. Look at that. Then these 3 forms you memorize like this. Past tense is ate. Take, to, taken. See? Come, came, come. Ran, run, ran, run. See? Read, read. Remember the spelling. Read, read. There they are irregular verbs. What do you call them? What do you call them? You call them what is called strong verbs. Speak, spoke, spoken. Not speaken. Speak, spoke, spoken. So those verbs here. So 2 things you should do before you come tomorrow to the class. You should submit this project. That is, to begin with, let's have 20 regular verbs. You would write the different forms of 20 into 5 minutes, 100. Then 20 regular verbs. 20 into 5, that is 100. I think by that time you are very intelligent students, and then you will be able to master this area of English grammar. That is, remember, I told you, think of forms means think of the flower. So different forms it takes. So the verb takes different forms. A verb is an action word. The English verbs divided into two, main verbs and helping verbs. Today we did main verbs. Within main verbs you have two divisions, depending on how they form their past tense and past participle. And that division is regular and irregular. Regular verbs, you can predict their past tense and past participle. But irregular verbs, you cannot predict their past tense and past participle. Regular verbs are called weak verbs, and irregular verbs are also called the strong verbs. Remember, strong, because they can do everything by themselves. But weak, they have to get the help of somebody else. Maybe because of that. Okay, I think this is very clear to you. This concept of different forms of the main verbs in English is clear to you, and come back tomorrow with that project ready in your hand. Okay, till then, let's say goodbye.